to Beyond Ballin'. You know what I'm gonna do? I gotta pin my Instagram. One sec. All right, connection's back. Actually, let me hop off the Wi-Fi. Alrighty. Let's focus it. Okay, let's try this again. Welcome everyone to Beyond Ballin'. We have finally started season 4. Now this season we have a very special guest. We have Masai Russell, who runs track for University of Kentucky. She has a huge following. She has grown her platform and used the new NCAA sanctioned rule, NIL, which for those of you guys who don't know has to do with name, image, and likeness, to her benefit. So we're going to learn about how she did that. So let's add her in. Hi, Masai.
Hey, how are you? Let me move this back a little bit. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right. For some reason, mine is doing an echo, but I can hear you good. You look so cute. How are you doing?
Thank you, girl. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. For those of you guys who do not know, Masai and I actually went to high school together, which is so cool. She was like 2 grades. You're 2 years younger than me because you're going into your senior year right now.
No, I'm a senior right now.
Okay, you're a senior. I'm sorry. I forget it's not summer, girl. Once you graduate, you forget when the years are. Like honestly,
right? And that was a long time ago. So
it was, but not too long ago.
Yeah, I guess.
It feels like it, but then when I talk to people and I'm like, okay, high school wasn't like 8 years. Well, for me, it was like 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, for me, it was like 5.
Yeah. Love that. Okay.
Why do I think you cut it off? Anyways, it's like my screen keeps going dark, but I just gotta tap the screen. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into the questions because I know everyone's super excited to hear from you. So at what age did you start running track?
I started when I was 8 years old, and track is the only sport that I've ever done competitively. So that's a fun fact about me.
What about track really makes your heart sing?
Competing just like the practice. I don't like practicing, but competition is like my thing. I love to compete. I love to do, show all my hard work, that like everything that I put in.
Nice. So to you, do you think track is more of like a team sport? Is it more individualized? Like, I guess, when you're doing relays, it could be a little mix of both. But for you, like, what do you think it is?
It's definitely an individual sport. Like, it doesn't matter across the board, because even when you get the baton in the relay, you got to do your job. Of course, once everybody comes together as a team, it is like more like, I feel like you do better once everybody is a team, like oriented and everything like that. But for the most part, track is 100% individual, even if you're on a relay.
Nice. So do you like that aspect of it, or do you sometimes wish you had a team to kind of,
No, it's definitely stressful. I used to like I wish I played basketball. I wish I played soccer, because it's a team sport. Because like, it's very stressful. It's very nerve-wracking. Because like I said, once it's on you, and that's stressful. So it's all good though.
Yeah. So high school, I used to fake like I knew what was going on because I did track too, you guys. But as far as like the points go, so like there's different events, and each event has like a certain amount of points, right? So before a meet, your coach talks about like where we need to like be in order, like how does that go? Coach Lee's gonna kill me. I really didn't know what was going on.
I'm dead. I mean, like, we don't really do it in college now. I mean, honestly, no, we do. I'm sorry. I'm lying. At like SECs and stuff like that, it like points definitely play a part, but like all the other meets and things like that, it really doesn't. So I mean, for me, like when it is a point-based meet, of course I try to score as many points I can get for the team that goes towards, the final score, which would, place us wherever within like the SEC or the national, because that definitely, makes a big deal once, we get to those bigger meets. So I just try to score as many points as possible as I can, and then I'm good. Like,
part. I love that. Okay, so we're talking about SECs. So you committed and you actually attend University of Kentucky. What about that school made you want to go there?
It's crazy because I didn't originally commit to Kentucky. I was going to Tennessee. I had officially signed to Tennessee. I was going to Tennessee, and then my coach, Coach Hall, ended up switching. And then I was like, come on, what you doing? So he brought me right along with him. So I did not visit Kentucky. I went on 5 visits, and Kentucky was not one of those 5. And it ended up being the best school out of every school that I visited. And they had the best dorms, best coaches, best team atmosphere. And it was amazing. It was really from God because, like, I'm telling you, I didn't really get the at home feeling from like all the other schools that I went to. But when I just went to Kentucky and I was just a part of the team, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So it's just been like, I love it here. Clearly, I haven't left. So
That's beautiful. So you major in health science. Correct me if I'm wrong.
wait, what do you mean?
Like that's your major. Yeah,
Oh, no. I don't know why they still have that on there. I am a sports communication major.
Nice. Okay. So that's why I was like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not sure if that was correct, because that's what it had in your bio.
Yeah.
So what do you want to sports communication degree once you graduate?
So right now, I mean, I'm just really focusing on my social media, like influencing and platform like that. But like, of course, I wanted to like probably like sports media broadcasting, like kind of what you're doing. I see what you're doing, like with the basketball and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, connect, because no, I really do like enjoy talking to people and, you know, whatever, but I don't really know 100% yet. Like I said, in the perfect world for me, I would really just love to go pro after this year and then focus on my social media platform. Those two would be like perfect. And then of course I do want to shadow some like sports broadcasting, social media, marketing, and just things like that. A whole bunch of whatever, but I want to be in front of the camera because period.
Have a great presence, so like that'll definitely work for you. So you talked about your social media platform. So did you hear about the name, image, and likeness rule being brought into things, or was it kind of just thrown on you?
It was honestly just thrown at me. Like I never really thought about it. Like I just heard joke. Like I thought it was a joke because, you know, they've been talking about it for a long time. I never thought about it. I was like, I just gotta wait, you know, wait till I'm done, and then I can accept all the monetary benefits that come along with it. But then once July 1st hit, and I seen all the athletes posting like, my DMs are open, this. I was like, okay, period. This is not a joke. And because I've always gotten like emails and like people trying to work with me and do partnerships and things like that, but I could not do it, of course, because of the NCAA. But once it got passed, and then, you know, I really started hopping on calls, hopping on meetings, I was like, okay, this is real deal. Like, this social media stuff is no joke. So yeah, I was kind of thrown into it, but my mom, my dad, and I like all like work together, and it's just been amazing.
Yeah, I agree, because when I was in college, so I graduated in 2020, they were talking about, you know, NIL, name, image, and likeness, like coming into fruition. But like you said, like that was years ago. So they've been talking about it. That's what I've always been about, like the girls who were in college and the girls and guys that were in college now. Like, did you guys actually know about it? Because I remember we had a whole seminar on it, like a whole seminar. I thought it was happening. It didn't happen until like, you know, years later, which is crazy. So how did your compliance office explain it to you?
They just pretty much told me we needed to download this app called Influencer, and then that's where we log like all our transactions and things like that. They don't tell you what you can and can't do. Of course, there's some rules within like the ins and outs of it, but it's just making sure that you're not getting yourself into any like legal issues. Like they read over the contract. I guess you tell them how much you're getting paid, how much, you know, just pretty much everything stated in the contract, and then they'll approve it for you just to make sure, you know, you're not getting yourself you're not signing your life away, or it's just like for safety issues. But they're not really there to tell you what you can and can't do. Of course, when it comes to certain things, like you can't do it. But for the most part, all my things that like I've submitted through the app have gotten approved, or like she just needed a little more clarification. But it was nothing too crazy.
Nice. Okay, so you submit it through the app, but do companies reach out to you through the app, or only through like Instagram and like TikTok and Twitter?
Yeah, so most of the time companies reach out to me through like my email, that of course is in my bio. But the Atlantic Records post that I did, like when it was like a kind of like a highlight tape, they hit me up through the Influencer app, and that's how I was able to do that partnership. But that was the one. And then I know that like some companies work through the Influencer app, like Cameo. It's called Spring. That's a merchandise platform. So they have different platforms on there that we can utilize for free that, like, you know, other people would have to pay like a monthly fee or whatever. So that's what I know like I would use it for. But that's the only partnership through Atlantic Records that I've received through the app.
Nice. Okay. So when talking about brands, because you have over 150,000 followers on Instagram alone, so how do you decide who you want to work with? What do you look for in a brand in order to make sure that they, you know, align with your values?
So I've learned a lot throughout this process, of course. So like, yeah, you might have seen me do like a couple things that probably didn't align with who I am as a person. Like, but up until this point, I'm only working with brands that, of course, I feel like I organically use for the most part. Like if it's a sports partnership, if it's an athletic line, that's me. That's who I am. I like to get cute, whatever. But definitely a brand that aligns with me, aligns with what I stand for, who I am as a person, and just like it shows that it's organic. You know, not like using
Agree.
like anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you like followers can tell that, people can see that. So, and then of course if the price is right, because that's always a big part as well. I'm not just
Yeah.
about to be signed in for nothing. So if they're paying me, of course, you know, a good monetary fund, I'm gonna definitely, you know, make something shake.
I love that. So now for athletes who are trying to, you know, do what you're doing, but maybe they don't have the big following, what would you advise them? How would you advise them to, you know, start collaborating with brands?
I would just pretty much say, of course, just be yourself. Them, tag them, show that you're really using their product, because companies like to see that. Companies like to see that, you know, this is an organic partnership, so why wouldn't I? Even if it starts off as just like a gifting campaign where it's not maybe paid.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I mean, companies like to see that, because I know that like I really enjoy Chipotle. So I know I'm gonna post Chipotle a couple more times so that I could possibly get a partnership with them, because I love Chipotle. Like I organically use them, and like it's like, why not? So just be yourself, and then I feel like when it comes with the followers will come, I feel like, and then just organically showing that you use whatever product that you want to work with.
Nice. So how did you grow your following? What would you attest most of your growth to, if anything, other than you just being yourself?
Yeah. So of course being myself, and then of course I definitely give Kentucky track a very big, you know, like kudos, because I feel like without Kentucky, it was a way for me to leverage my platform and leverage who I am, and utilizing and showing the behind the scenes of a D1 athlete throughout YouTube, throughout TikTok, posting. I mean, y'all followers love anytime I put on that UK, them likes go up, the followers go up. I don't know what it is. I think people just like college athletics, or, you know, pretty girls doing, you know, working hard, doing what they need to do. So I definitely feel like Kentucky played a really this year. I hit 100K, and I think that it like TikTok and my YouTube played like a big part in that as well. But definitely my platform on Kentucky track posting me, and yeah, I feel like just, of course, like I said, being myself.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. So you mentioned TikTok. What would you say is your favorite social media platform?
Definitely TikTok. Like I love
Really?
doing dances.
Okay.
I love learning the dances. Like I love TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Instagram is cool, but it's a little more conservative. Like I feel like I really show who I am on my TikTok. Like, and I really like YouTube as well. It's just that takes a little more like time, you know, editing videos and things like that. But TikTok, yeah, that's the one.
So everybody can follow you on there. Is it the
It's
same?
just Masai Russell. Yeah, it's just Masai Russell. It should come up like after you type in Masai. Everybody doesn't have that name, so it should come up.
Nice. So everybody follow her on TikTok, because I know I will. I need to.
Period.
I don't get on TikTok like that because I can't really dance. So, I don't want to do too much. But
I feel you.
and I feel like a lot of it comes to Instagram on Reels. You know, people.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So it's like I'll see it eventually.
Yeah, that's how like my friend. My friend was like, I'm not downloading TikTok. I'll just see it on Instagram Reels. I'm like, girl, you so lame.
But no, maybe I need to jump on it because you're like the third person to say that to me recently.
No, it's addicting, so be careful.
You're right. So after the brand partnerships, you actually work with one of my favorite brands, Farfetch. You worked with them before. What would you say has been your favorite brand to work with thus far, and why?
Definitely, that's kind of hard. It would have to be, of course, Hulu and Third Love, because Hulu, like, I love Hulu. $1.99 discount, y'all. Jump on that. The link is in my bio. $1.99 student discount a month. You cannot go wrong with that. And everybody love Hulu. You know, it's that season. It's getting cold out. You're going to be in the house, so you might as well watch, you know, your favorite shows or movies on a budget. And then, like I said, Third Love, because their workout athletic line is like, their clothes are amazing, y'all. Off the records, off the charts. Their product is really good. Like, I was hurdling in their stuff, running. Like, I went to practice. Like, I really tested out. The quality is great. Like, I love their stuff. It was a lot of work because, like, I did a lot of, when I, of course, work with brands, it's a reflection on me. So I want to make, you know, a good impression. But, like, it was worth it. The product is great. The clothes are great. Like, I love them. And I really like Champs. Champs in East Bay was like, I love Champs too, because I'm about to do another partnership with them as well. So Champs in East Bay, they was really cool, and that was like one of my first ones, and I really feel like I was able to show like my athleticism and like my who I am, long hair, all of that with you know, the athletic clothes on as well. So definitely those three.
Nice. So are there any brands that you hope to work with in the future that maybe you've dreamed about or anything?
Yeah, of course, I want to really work with, of course, I would love to work with Nike. I would love to work with, Fenty Beauty, Anastasia. Like, I use Anastasia brows, like, all the time. Any type of, like, makeup, any type of makeup, for real. Of course, a big makeup. I love everything. Like, if I could do something with a designer brand, like a Dior, Louis Vuitton, you know. I love that stuff, but anybody, honestly, but the goal for me is I really want to leverage, like, utilize these, not smaller brands, but utilize these brands, and then, of course, turn something into my own brand and, like, build who Masai is, like, looking cute, looking good while running, while being athletic, all that, all in one. So I don't want to say I'm using the big brands right now, but I'm trying to see the ins and outs of how they work with people, how they, you know, like, price certain things. Like, I've just been learning a lot, but of course I want to make this bigger in the end. I don't want to be doing partnerships for the rest of my life, like, if you know what I'm saying.
I do completely. Okay, so you've had to learn things, you know, like, that's what I'm saying, because everything's so new with this whole name, image, and likeness rules. So I'm sure, like, you guys being the first athletes to really go through it, have like a learning curve. For you specifically, has there been anything that you had to learn early on that kind of caught you off guard?
Yes, for sure. So I learned that, like, when I was doing my Hulu videos, of course, in the beginning, I was like, and well, honestly, any of my videos that I had to, you know, post or whatever, I was like I was trying to record them just on regular camera, all in one shoot or whatever. But then I learned that, I have two things I learned. So I learned that using Instagram Reels, like, when I, like, make my videos, is easier because I can edit certain clips out. So sometimes a brand will like one clip but say take another clip out. So for me, when I first started, I was recording the whole video over again, and if you know how that goes, you be messing up on, like, little things. It just takes a lot of time. So definitely PJ is so annoying. Definitely using Instagram Reels, because I was able to edit the video kind of like YouTube. And then another thing that I learned was dang, I just had it.
It's okay.
What is another thing that I learned? Man, I just lost my whole train of thought.
Maybe this question back, because I just thought of a question while you were saying that. So you talked about you worked with Hulu. How did they reach out to you, like via DM? And do you feel like that's the safest way, or do you feel like now that you've worked with bigger brands, maybe it's best to reach out through email only? What do you think?
I definitely think, well, they reached out to me through email, and I definitely think it is more professional when they, you know, email me. Or, I mean, honestly, it is kind of helpful, because I know Grubhub DM'd me and was like, hey, it's Grubhub. What's your email address with you and your manager's email? So then they email me whatever. But it's definitely easier to keep track of, like, the whole entire timeline when it comes to email. And then my mom, of course, she's my manager, so she likes to be CC'd in all the emails and everything. So it just makes it easier because who's about to do like a group chat like through DM? No, like.
I agree. Well, all the brands listening out there, I think that's something that's cohesive throughout all student athletes. I think email is the safest way, like you said.
Yeah.
Everything. So, okay, this is a little shifting gears. Have you received any jealousy from teammates, maybe because you have such a large following, or, you know, attention from brands?
I mean, it's nothing that, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's always gonna be jealousy. Like when you pop it, you clearly, if you're not doing something right, if they not hating. So that's really a compliment to me. But yeah, of course, always nothing I haven't dealt with in high school. Nothing I'm not gonna continue to deal with. You know, as I'm continuing to go up within like my platform, within sports, anything like that. So you know, it comes with it, but. You know, like I said, you wouldn't be popping if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. So wait, are you? I connect. Okay, you're back. I can hear you now. Oh wait, I can't hear you. I can't.
But yes, exactly.
If you're not, I can hear you now.
Okay.
You're going like in and out.
If you don't have haters, can you hear me?
All right, I can hear you.
Okay, but yeah, we're saying if you are not popping, I completely agree. Okay, so you have an agent. Your mom's your agent. Do you think it's necessary for all student athletes to have somebody that they, you know, lean on?
Yeah, I definitely think it's important. Like I said, my mom is my manager, but I'm in the process of signing with an agency because my mom can't do everything. She's a doctor herself, so she's super busy when it comes to reading emails, responding to people. But I definitely think it is important to have someone who you can fully trust, fully, you know, I know my mom is going to have my best interest at the end of the day when it comes to anything. I know she's not going to just sign something because it's going to make her pockets bigger. And I just definitely think that it's important to have someone who's knowledgeable in the state and just be 100% on your side because there's a lot of agents out here who want to take your money, want to exploit you for you, and then leave you in the back burner looking dumb and broke. So yes, it is important to make sure that you have someone who is knowledgeable, that you can trust, and, you know, just someone that's 100% on your side. Like, I don't have to question my mom, like,
Very
at
true.
all.
Very, very great point. So you talked about it a little early on in this interview about, you know, you are your own brand, right? What advice would you give to student athletes who are looking to find their like lane or niche, like something that, you know, makes them unique out of all the other student athletes? What advice would you give them to finding that?
Like I always say, and like I will always say, is just be yourself. Like, I feel like you will eventually find your lane and what you're supposed to do when you focus on you as the person, when you focus on just yourself. When you're everybody else's lane, that's what track teaches you. Stay in your lane. When you swerving into other people's lanes, you start comparing yourself to what other people have, then that's when you're not going towards your calling. You're trying to be in somebody else's lane, living their life when you're missing out on your blessings right in front of you. So if you can just stick to your course, then you'll be good. I mean, I know that it's hard when, of course, you see other people getting things that you want or living the life that you want, or maybe it's just not your time yet. But it's definitely important to stay in your lane, stick to you, stick to who you are, be true to you, and I feel like success will come with that. Like, in the end.
Ooh, put a pin in it. I think that was
period.
So and this might be the most important question just because of the page that we're utilizing right now. And there's no wrong answer. But what would you say a beautiful baller is to you?
To me, a beautiful baller is someone who can look good on and off whatever platform they're on. Like, for me, for instance, like, I can look good, you know, right here, right now. But when you see me on the track, it's gonna give a dog. It's gonna give, yeah, you're not about to beat me. And if you beat me, it's gonna be a war because, you know, I mean, I was just making a video like, you know, we were athletes. Well, you're not still playing, are you? Yeah, we're an athlete, but it's a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, focus. It's a lot. So to come on here, look good, be beautiful, dress up, and then still being able to go kill it on whatever platform you're on, I feel like that makes you a beautiful baller, period.
Agreed. Said we're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for sitting and talking with me. I know your schedule.
Of course.
Have an amazing year, an amazing season, and we will stay in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was awesome, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Beyond Ballin. Season 4 is officially underway. We will be coming up with the next episode soon, and we're going to release who we are going to have on the show. So make sure to turn on your post notifications for this page, because I know you guys love all the content that we're bringing you guys, and we have some special things with our official Beautiful Ballers athletes. So make sure to stay tuned. Until next time, it's Beyond Ballin. Bye.